It seems that all zone awakenings have the same drawback, which is that the nature of the animal consumes the user of the fruit. And the very first time we even saw awakenings was our first introduction to this. Now, these guys had absolutely no control over their actions, but the drawback of the animal nature consuming the user is not something that's exclusive to these guys. I'm going to talk about Road to Laughtail Volume 4, and I'm going to end up talking about spoilers, so if you're not caught up, scroll away. So here we see some minor notes about Luffy's fruit, and it states right here that the nature of the animal consumes the user of the fruit. This is corroborated by Shaka, who says the powers of the Zoan consume the user's personality. The Gorosei even state that Zoan fruits have a will of their own. So it seems that this would apply to Luffy's fruit, especially considering this page. We know the nature of Nika is to bring joy to other people. He's always smiling and laughing. And we see Luffy embrace that very well, and I think this kind of consumes him. I think it's possible for him to master this awakening and make it his own, and it could make him more powerful. That is not to say that Luffy and Nika are complete foils to each other. They have a lot in common. Luffy loves to have fun. But Luffy and Nika are also not the same being. Luffy knows when to be serious. Like, had he not been in the form, I do not think he would be reacting to his friends in danger like this. Granted, we still see him show other emotions than joy in this form. So I think it's possible that Luffy is slowly mastering this form, and at some point he will make it his own completely. How will this change the story exactly? Well, for one, he's going to react to situations in Gear 5 more like himself. But also, I just think this would make him a lot more powerful, because we rarely see him use Haki in Gear 5. Maybe it's just not being visually shown, but we've only really seen it like 5 times. So I think theoretically, if he were to master this awakening, he could be constantly using Conqueror's Haki and Future Sight in this form. I mean, we've never seen him use Future Sight in this form, and it makes sense that Nika's unpredictable nature consuming him would stop him from using Future Sight, because he's just so unpredictable. But if he were to master this form, I could still see him maintaining that unpredictability because he's Luffy. And it makes you think, there's gotta be another Zoan Devil Fruit that's like the opposite to Luffy that like counters Nika.